Hello, author of life. Welcome to View Vida Lux, your life transformative platform. My name is Victoria, and today we're going to be discussing your strengths, your fortes, how I like to call it, basically your talents, what you can lean on in order to build that life that you truly desire, the life that you truly want, based on your heart's true desires, based on what your soul wants. And in order to understand what you truly want, you need to understand who you are, you need to understand your energies, you need to understand how you function and why you are functioning in a certain way. Back in time, around like more than 10 years ago, more than a decade ago, I started examining myself. I really started trying to understand myself from different perspectives. I studied astrology, I studied numerology, I studied human design. There were a lot of instruments present in my life, thanks to which I could understand who I am and what I can bring to the world. Because let's be clear, when you're building the life that you truly want, the life that you truly desire, you give something into the world, you give your talents, you give your gifts, you share with the world what you're good at, and then the moment you start sharing, the give and get balance starts being activated, basically. So when you are the author of your life, when you know yourself, when you know your energies, when you know what you're good at, you're author of your life when you give that something valuable into the world. You're author of your life when you are at your place in life, meaning the place within the system of life where you belong, where you can actually be beneficial for the whole system of life. And therefore, if you are at your place in life, the whole universe is going to be giving you bonuses. And your bonuses, there are three main bonuses that each and every one of us want. We all want to be healthy, to be energetic, to be vibrant human beings, because without that, I'm not sure how we can proceed to having anything else. We want to have great relationships, we want to have great love life, great family life, whatever type of relationships you want to have, that's your second bonus right there. And bonus number three is money or abundance, or however you want to call it, when you give your talents, your strength, into the world, when you give what you're good at, when you share with your people, beneficial to the people, to the world, where basically you are encouraging others to be better versions of themselves and therefore give their talents into the world, right? Abundance of resources that you get when you share your talents with the world, when you are valuable, when you're beneficial, when you bring something useful to the world gives back to you to take care of you. And that's when your dream life is being built super easily, super quickly. That's when you get energy by default, relationships by default, you get money. But it doesn't even matter whether you get money, cash, or whether you get resources through different parties. You can get resources through your family, through your spouse, you can get resources through your business, you can get resources just in the form of gifts. Sometimes we travel here or there and we just get things out of the blue. For example, we came to a hotel in Paris the other weekend and they would give us a very nice plateau and the champagne, just because they felt like it. But how I perceive it, all those gifts, all those nice things that I'm getting from the universe is basically a confirmation of the fact that I give something valuable, that I serve people, that I serve this world, and then the world takes care of me. So for you to really be aware of all who you are and what you can share with the world, you need to know your energies. Usually at the very beginning of our work, I take your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and I look you up in astrology. I make your astrological chart. I look you up in human design, and I do your matrix, the numerological chart. At least those three, in my opinion, when I really look at the three charts, it tells me almost everything about you in terms of your energies, about where your soul is coming from, where your soul is going, what's your mission, your talents, what you're good at. In my opinion, I'm that type of life coach that I don't care about your weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, it's normal. How I see it, how I see the world, how I see life is you came to this planet, to this life, with a certain set of gifts and talents. And the only thing that you need to be working on is figuring out what they are and figuring out how to utilize them, how to share them, what to do in the world, in the material world, knowing what you're good at, basically. So it doesn't matter, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what you're bad at. The most important thing is to know what you're good at and to make sure that the world benefits from it. That's the only task, that's the only work that you need to be doing. And once you're going to be doing that, all the gifts and bonuses will be coming to you automatically. So if we're clear on that, today we're going to just like have a sneak peek. Because most probably astrological chart would be like a bit most probably complicated to explain in a short lesson, or human design as well. Whereas matrix, I feel like it's such a universal instrument. It just like clearly shows you your main energies and it's so easy to work with. So I would love you to have this like first taste of your numbers, of your energies, and to really see like, okay, do I understand myself? Like, do I see how these numbers are being played out in my life? How can I leverage those, right? So we're going to build our charts for you very quickly. I'm going to give you the link to the website. It's completely free. You just like put your date of birth, nothing is needed, no time of birth needed, no place of birth, like really simply like your date of birth is the only thing you need. You put that in and then you will have a chart. And since I don't know which chart you're gonna get, let's take as an example my chart, because I'm a true believer that if you're here, meaning our energies are somehow aligned, meaning most probably you will have some of my energies or your energies would be somehow similar to mine. Otherwise, we would have never crossed paths, so to say, right? So when we look at my chart, on my chart, we see first of all, energy number 15. What does it mean, energy number 15? For me, it's about two things. First of all, it's intuition. You know, like this intuition, this gut feeling that you have to trust it. And for me, something that I learned about energy number 15 is like, you really need to trust your gut. You really need to trust your intuition. That's the best advisor you will ever get. Because what you feel, it's nothing unreal, it's nothing crazy, it's super real. You feel it, you know it already. Another point to be highlighted is that you're an X-ray, and I think you know it. You are an X-ray, you see things through. You see people through, you see things through. It doesn't matter whether I'm a coach and I see people through, or whether I'm financial analyst and then I see financials through, I see details, I can analyze things. It's the same type of energy that can be played out very similarly in different spheres of life, so to say. So energy number 15, keep in mind that you're an X-ray, you see people through, and trust your gut, trust your intuition. And also another important thing, which I leverage a lot in my work personally, it's the desires. When you see things, you not only see like strengths and weaknesses, but you also see desires. And in my opinion, desire is something that like I base everything on. If it's your true desire, I will be able to accompany you from point A to point C, whatever your point C is, because I'm a true believer that like, if that's what you truly want, there will be nothing that could potentially stop you. You will be fully committed. You would not need like external motivation. The internal motivation would always be there, bugging you, like nugging you from the inside. And me as a coach, I would just make sure that you're staying on your track, that you keep your eyes on the prize, that you're focused. And I would be reminding you of your strength, of your gifts, of your talents, how we can leverage all of that in order to achieve what you truly want. So that's being said, we're going to energy number 2, usually the energy of the upper part of the chart. This is your talent. This is what you came in this life, and you can thank your mom and your dad for that energy. This is more energy of your talent, of what you're good at naturally. It's just in your DNA, so to say. In my case, it's energy number 11. It's all about strength and potential. I do feel like I'm super strong mentally, and when I was, for example, an auditor working long nights till midnight, I could handle it. Mentally, I was strong enough to handle it. I can handle long working hours, it's not a problem. And if you have energy number 11, you might feel it the same way. It's like, okay, I'm pretty strong, like I can handle a lot. And also another aspect is that you see potential. And when I say potential, it's potential in anything. It can be potential in a person, or it can be potential in a business, it can be a potential of a project, it doesn't matter. It's like by default, you see the potential. And the most important thing that you need to be taking care of is to make sure that that potential is fully realized. And that's what usually I do with you guys. I just like take your potential and I make sure that you see your potential, that you see your strength, that you see your talents, and that you live to your fullest potential, that you really shine your light into the world. Next energy number 3, for me it's energy number 20. This energy is more about where your soul is going. However, I'm not a fan of like interpreting this energy as the energy, like where you are literally going. I would rather use astrology for that, and I love the concepts of south and north nodes, the houses and the signs. In my opinion, it really clearly defines and shows where your soul is coming from, where your soul is going. It's really clear. It's matrix. I would rather use it as the energy to enter your money channel, as we call it. The money channel would be the 3 energies on the right of your charts. For me, it's energies number 20, number 6, and number 4. And then the money point. The money point is the little point with a dollar sign next to it. And that would be the money energy, the money-making energy. But just keep in mind, what do I mean by money-making energy whatsoever? It's something that you can deliver, it's something that you can provide, something based on which you can do something very, very valuable, so that the world would take it, would appreciate it, and give something back to you. That's how you basically make money. You provide something valuable, and then in return, you get something valuable. You get resources, as we discussed earlier. In order to hit that energy, you will need to make sure that the first 3 energies on your right are pretty active, so to say. These are usually not the easiest energies for us. These are the energies that our soul came to work on, so to say. Whereas the first 2 energies is our life energy and the energy of our talents. These energies will require a bit more of your attention, but if we work on them a tiny bit more, trust me, the return on investment would be higher. I have Bachelor in Business Administration and Economics. I have Master in Accounting and Audit. I have more than 10 years of professional experience in finance. So I'm quite business oriented, and especially if you have such energies as energy number 3, energy number 4. This is the Empress and the Emperor. These are really business oriented energies. So for sure you guys will get it. So back to the energy standing at the entrance of your money channel. This is the most important energy that you will need to work on in order to open that channel, so to say. In my case, it's energy number 20. I would say, as about every energy, there are several aspects to it. So first of all, it's all about like you feeling part of the whole, so to say. Whether we're talking about like you and your parents, or you and your spouse and your kids and the family that you're building. Basically, when you have this good connection with your family, whether these are like the roots or the family that you're building right now, you're gonna feel much easier with this energy, so to say. So if you're thinking about building your family, most probably your soul is requiring that. If the second aspect, if you would think about our world, I think you already know that we have this like informational field, and each and every one of us, we can connect to that field and get downloads. That's when we were talking about energy number 15, we're more talking about this like intuition, this gut feeling. Here, energy number 20, you know. You just know. You just connect, you download, and you know. You don't need to like trust your guide, you just like you already know. So that would be a second thing to work on. So if you're thinking about meditations, if you're thinking about like really getting those downloads somehow, you're totally on the right track. Up next is the second energy of your money channel. For me, it's energy number 6. Energy number 6, it's all about love, being in love. And if you have such energies as energy number 3, energy number 6, for sure you're meant to create beauty in this world. For sure you see beauty, and for sure such topics as self-love, as love in general, and especially self-love, would be of interest to you. I was working back in time a lot on the self-love, and for me personally, I could clearly understand that like first, when I started understanding myself, who I am, and seeing myself as part of something bigger, energy number 20, when I collected myself piece by piece, when I could understand who am I, and then, only then, energy number 6 kind of turned on for me, and I was like, wow, like I do love myself. I started loving myself when I started understanding myself, who I am, what are my talents, what are my gifts, like what I want, like what are my energies basically. And that's the moment when it makes so much easier to fall in love with yourself. Up next would be the third energy of your money channel. For me, it's energy number 4. As I said before, it's the energy, it's the Emperor. Basically, this is a very business oriented energy, just like energy number 3, Empress. Empress energy would be a bit softer. When we talk about energy number 4, it's a bit tougher, and I do feel like inside of me there is a part of me, a very tough part of me, that would love to like build something, that would like to be an emperor basically of something that I would create. And that's how View Vida Lux has been born. It's a platform where I can, just like an emperor, create a space for people to pursue their personal growth, pursue their personal development, pursue their self-discovery, the self-empowerment, where I can show people what are their talents, what are their strengths. And my money energy is energy number 11, as well as in the center of my chart, it's also energy number 11. I'm all about energy number 11. I do see potential. This is what I truly see. I see potential, and I cannot not say when I see it. Like, I see strength, I see your strength, I see your gifts, I see your potential. And that's why sometimes people say like, wow, like you believe in me more than I do believe in myself. And I'm like, it just comes automatically. When I see what the person can potentially accomplish, I cannot not tell to that person what he or she can accomplish. Therefore, this energy 11, how I like to put it, you're strengthening the strong ones. You are strong. Just accept the fact that you're strong, and accept the power inside of you, accept the strength inside of you, accept that you do have that charisma or that inner confidence. Most probably you do have that, and that's what you see in others. You see their core, you see their potential, you see, wow, like you see their strength, and you are strengthening the strong ones. 99.9%. So this was a quick overview of some of your main energies. There is like your life energy, which is the first energy. Then there is the energy of your talents, the energies of your money channel, and the main energy of your money channel, as well as the energy, like look up also the energy which is in the very center of your chart. This would be the energy you're most comfortable with, most probably. And down below this video, I will give you a short description of those energies, just for you to have an idea. You can also use the tarot cards. There are 22 tarot cards, and then to research more, you can go there. You can also sign up for the strategy session with me. I would be more than happy to guide you through all of your energies, and especially if you know your date of birth, place of birth, and time of birth, make sure that you communicate that to me before the session. Like this, I can really give you this like 3D basically picture of who you are, of where your soul, why your soul came to this earth for, where you're going, what's your mission. And I would really love to highlight your strengths. As you can see, tons of energies. Number 11 in my chart, I'm just like all about that, as well as energy number 15. I will dig out your deep desires. I will make sure that the track that you have chosen in life, that you're like, that is truly yours. This is what comes supernaturally for me. I just see your desires. I just see what you truly want. I see your strength. I see your potential. And I'm like, you have to do that. So yeah, that's the kind of coach I am. I would be more than thrilled to communicate with you and to help you building the life that you truly desire. We also have the mentoring program. The mentoring program is a 2-month program where I accompany you hand in hand for 2 months. Every week we have a session, and also every day I'm in touch with you, making sure that you stay on your track, that you accomplish whatever you set your mind to. We define your points A and B and C. A is what's happening right now, B is the closest point to what you want to get to, as well as C, your vision, your dreams, your aspirations. All of that is legit, and today's little exercise is there just to highlight to you that whatever you have in your mind, it's okay. All those crazy dreams and aspirations, they are there not out of the blue. They are there based on your energies. They are there based on your talents. They are there for you to really understand yourself, to really uncover your own potential, and to share your gifts and talents with the world. And be sure that once you do that, you will be 100% closer to the life that you truly want, the life that you truly desire. I will see you in all the next videos.